Shots for the Chateau. Look at that, that's not too shoddy. Right. That's north. Round by the Chateau. Beautiful Mademoiselle Daisy. Jenny and Steve's place. The domes swinging around. Have you taken your photograph yet?
I want to view in it. Good. Lovely.
Note that at first 4 minutes 55 seconds they're taking a photograph for Angela. Here we go.
Oh, okay, now
Right,
give it to me.
It's lovely to be with you on a Sunday evening. We're not actually filming on a Sunday evening. We've cheated. The weather this weekend is atrocious, so it's a couple of days ahead of schedule. We've decided to give you what we wanted to talk about, which is a tour of our garden. It's a beautiful evening. The children are with Grandma and Grandad at the minute. The Chateau has got sunshine on it. Angela and I thought we'd start this slightly differently.
Hello. One hand at a time, I'm holding on.
You are holding on, because we've come to talk about the walled garden, and what better way to do that than coming up here and starting by looking down. How wonderful is that? Right, everybody who knows the way around, Jenny and Steve's, the old coach house there. There's glass windows in there, they're quite recent, people haven't seen that before. Now, the garden isn't looking too shoddy. From up here we'll go around, look at those beds. It needs a bit more love and attention. We haven't had the time really, but look, all those yellow flowers are the brassicas that have gone to seed, but I'll talk about those later. And you can look around. We have got probably just about half of the garden tamed, and there's a lot of things going on. Suffice to say, it's actually beautiful. Okay, and I don't know if you can see down there, I can see all the bees flying backwards and forwards out there. Look how busy the bees are. Can you see how busy they are down the go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a little cloud of them there, because that's where the bees are, beside the chickens. You won't have seen the pond before, but we'll talk about that later. Right, darling girl, I think we're going to start going down. Okay.
I would like to take a picture.
Yes, this is what we do, you see. So this is called multitasking for Angela. She's taking a picture, but she's got a limited amount of time because we're going down to walk around our garden.
I can't believe! You thought that was funny, didn't you?
No, I'm just trying to do two things at once. Right, Angela multitasking. We're going to pass the camera over in a minute. The walled garden. Oh, by the way, never mind the walled garden. Have a look at these roofs. I don't think people have seen a lot of these roofs, because all the way through last year we had help. Andy, who was a bricky come roofer, helped us get started in the first couple of barns, and we thought we need to get them sorted out. So, oops, coming down on that one, and that one, and that one. With a bit of luck, I'm keeping an eye on things so we don't hit anything. But we got the roofs on there, so everything on this side is actually waterproof. Jenny and Steve's, it was the first thing we did. Then we've done those. And if you look across at the orangery, yeah, that's not too bad, looking good. We turn around to the wall garden, into the wall garden. This is us coming down to go into the wall garden, lowering ourselves down, and down we come. And when we get to the bottom,
Oh, Petal's
waiting for us to walk around the garden.
Waiting for us.
Yeah,
Our lovely
down,
hollyhocks. And our gate that is going to be replaced.
What hollyhocks?
It's not hollyhocks.
What
is the name of that?
That's a trailing clematis.
Oh.
That's clematis,
Why do I
darling.
think it's hollyhock? The
Okay.
gate, I'd love to talk about this gate though, because I think it's quite...
What we're going to do is we're going to pass now. Oh, this gate, we're going to talk about it because it's going to get a bit sort of acrimonious. So we're going to pass to Miles, who's been our cameraman for a long time. And Miles is now in charge of making me look thinner and generally sort of svelte. After you, darling. It's not a baby shit. What? Right, we're talking about the gate. And this gate was put up the first couple of days. First couple of months ago in the Chateau, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Security. It's still perfectly serviceable. If you watch this, the door opens.
Yeah.
And it looks ugly.
Yes.
Right, come on Miles, up you come. We've got Olga as well, do some filming for us, but we're actually going to have a little walk around. This gate has caused some problems because Angela wants something that is Chateau-esque here, but you don't know what you want, do you?
I would love something that is you're actually waiting to see for the first time what I would actually like. That's why you're putting me on the spot. I realise
I've been
that
waiting for a
now.
long time. Angela wants a new gate, but I have no idea what she wants.
I like it to be secret garden-esque, so I think it's going to be sort of cast iron. It's going to feel a bit magical. It's going to be ornate, see-through, without a doubt. And unlike the other new gates that we have got in the garden, which are very rustic, I don't feel like this because it's facing onto the chateau, and you can see it as you come in. If you're listening today.
I'm listening to Soul Petal because
One day, but I need time to find it, and like everything, we don't always prioritise sort of things, you know, outside, do we?
Okay, so the gate's waiting. That's the assumption that it's been there like after 6 years and it works all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, come into the garden, have a little look. Right, first things first, that is looking stunning at the minute. That arch got completely savaged this year with the roses, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Angela is actually now a closet gardener. You have been worked out on Sunday. When we have some time with the kids on a Sunday, we'll be out here and you will potter in the garden.
Yeah.
Go, come out. We're listening to you.
I have really enjoyed pottering in the garden. I do things without
My job here is done.
Without being told.
You take a girl from the East End of London. You take off her stilettos and her high heels,
No.
get rid of the old suspender belt, and you make her wear boots and work in the garden. That's what you do. How stupid am I? Well, how stupid am I? But you do know your way around the garden.
I do, and that completely thanks to you, because nature, before we actually come out here, was, and I loved it, a walk around Victoria Park, or you know, or
Honey, that's
along
nature,
the canal.
by the way. Everybody in London, that's nature.
But it was, and it was gorgeous for us. We had a roof garden we all shared. But look, this is your area, sweetheart.
No, but actually, what's really important is this whole thing has changed over the time we've been here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I just thought
Talk
that.
about this bay tree.
Huh? Well, first of all, this is the whole area is stunning, isn't it? This is
There's
our
herbs.
sort of like our herb area.
Yeah.
With, God, I do know a little bit, with sleepers that were from Mum's
Yeah,
place.
we took them out when we opened up Grandma's Cafe.
Yeah.
To actually open up, these were put down here because they were nice and solid,
Make
and
the
that's
very
keeping
best.
the strawberries.
Mm.
How many strawberries have we actually bought?
Oh, hard to bought penny really.
So where did all the strawberries come from, Angela?
They came from splitting the plants up and kind of
No, they put
replanting
little
them.
shooters out.
Shooters.
The little shooters. Oh,
Yeah.
that was so close.
That's so close.
Yeah.
I knew the thing of thinking it would.
We plant them out.
Strawberries are quite robust, and if you want, you can have a lot of them very quickly. You know, a couple of
2 beds
years.
over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beds over there, and a massive one over there, 7.
Yeah. And we have.
This is the herb area, isn't it? And the herb area is near this used to be the closest place to the chateau when we came through this way. Now it's sort of it's not exactly the closest because we've got another couple of herb beds, but it is amazing because when we come out here with the kids, we'll collect the mint, we'll do things,
Yeah.
and the stuff it grows by itself and we split it.
It's
Lemon balms, you see, things like this. That was a verbena. I didn't realise the verbena's died this year.
oh,
See, you smell that? That's lemony. The lemon balm. We've got rosemary. And if you come along here, why have we got roses here?
I don't remember.
To stop the children running onto the garden because you're not allowed to put barbed wire up. Okay, so when the children used to come up here, instead of them running onto the garden, we put a row of roses to stop them running onto the garden. Because if they run through those, they get all prickled. See, it's just like barbed wire for children.
I am completely. I didn't actually realise that was it. Shall we go into the herb area? We'll
Darling,
go
lead
to-
me into the herb area.
Okay. Can I go this way? Don't know. Yep. Don't know.
Okay. Arthur's favourite place in a minute.
Here's the porridge.
Yes,
Smells
see?
so good.
It's, you know, the weather, we just got a little gap in the weather for our talk. Look at this. This is a borage flower. What you do is you have to hold the back and pull off the flower. Look how prickly that is, can you see? And that's all prickly, but here, this is the flower, and you can put that into an ice cube.
All I've got, I'm going to get us a drink in a minute. So let's
waiting
give
for
us a
You
couple
want
of.
two?
Yeah, we'll take 2 of those, definitely.
You see? They just pull off quite easy. Arthur puts them in salads and we eat them.
Yeah.
There you
We
go.
had them in a goose egg omelette recently, didn't we?
Yep. Look, this is worth a mention.
Yeah.
This bay tree has come from Northern Ireland. This bay tree has come from Northern Ireland, okay? And it's come, my sister who's gone now, bless her, gave a bay tree to my father, He's gone now as well. But my sister Bunny has actually propagated, and anywhere you go as a strawbridge, if you need a bay tree, it comes from the family stock that Glenda gave to my dad, that's growing in Ballyclare, that comes all around the world. It arrived here, and the first thing that happened after we planted it was only this big. Planted it, and some little bugger of a thing came and ate it.
We
Just
didn't know what it was. Yeah, we thought it was a deer. I mean, it just ate the whole thing.
I thought that was really very, very early days, and it's come back now. And look at all this lovely, vibrant growth in it.
Wonderful.
But something ate a bay tree, and I bet there's not many gardeners out there who suffer from things eating their bay trees. It just doesn't happen. But so that bay tree now, it's in use, and people come to us when we do an aromatic onion and garlic soup, and you always have to put bay into it. And the actual smell of the bay is phenomenal.
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah. Mum uses it all the time in her cooking. I mean, we have got a lot of different type of herbs in here. But if you were going to say your three hardy ones, what would it be? Rosemary, sage,
And bay.
and bay.
Yeah, you see our sage are weeds. And by the way, if you do things like you do fish and you do it with air dried ham and stuff, this is phenomenal. And the bushes over the place. These rosemaries, by the way, were this big. You pay a couple of quid for a little one, yeah, and you think, do I spend 5 quid on a big one? And the answer is no, because you end up with a hedge like this. And all we have to do is break those off and stick them in the ground, and they grow. All right, so it is. You always we got rosemary everywhere, haven't we?
We have, and we bought one. Do you remember for the Averys? And it was this big, and it was €50.
Yeah.
And we felt
Because it was a trailing one.
yes.
It was a trailing one like this one. And this one was €4 because it was about 4 inches tall. And the reason why, after we paid so much for that, I got this one. And now we just take little shoots of this, and it's all over your mum's place as well.
I didn't realise we had so much. Is this mint?
That's lemon balm.
Oh,
That's
lemon
the
balm.
That's lemon balm. The mint. This mint.
Oh, is it?
Mint this side here.
Oh, this is looking glorious because we've had so much rain as well.
Yeah, it's a bit soggy. Now there's a couple of things here. You see, it's going to be a quick guided tour around the garden, and it's got a few things to show you. But there's some real lessons. Mint has to be kept back. It's a weed, and you know we've got mint growing across beside the potting shed, a little pot of it, yeah, which looks lovely. But here, you just see the thing goes and it spreads all over the place, and you know you can't stop it. But you can't get the smell of that. Anybody's got mint will tell you that's just phenomenal. And these are different flavours to the mints. Good. But one thing I want to show you, these beds are 2 years old. Before that we actually had some salads growing here. Remember? Remember we had we had salads growing here because we didn't have these herb beds like this.
Yeah.
We had rows of salad. In fact, I think it went this way.
Oh,
We had
I
rows of
thought we had strawberries as well.
Yes, we did. We
Yeah.
did. We had strawberries in the bed.
Yeah. Oh, and artichokes.
We had a big row of artichokes across there.
Yeah.
Globe artichokes. Sorry, globe artichokes,
Yeah.
worth having. But what we did was we planted lettuce in the first year we were here, and we've never had a shortage of lettuce plants since. I'm going to talk about sort of capturing seeds and things a bit later on here. But if you look at that, see these? Every single one of that's a lettuce seedling. And that is a weed, because it's a plant in an unwanted place. But if you look here, they just come back year on year. And all those little plants, you get 6 of them in 6 little pots, and it costs you 3 quid. What the hell's that about? This plant here, or its predecessor, just squirts them out everywhere. All right, so salad bowl lettuce, we'll talk about that when we go around, you see more of it. And it just grows, okay? So not that we're clever gardeners, it's just our garden grows things.
You are a clever gardener, but when I come into your walled garden, because it is, I look around and see so much beauty in things that I never thought I would see beauty. Even this sort of the wall, I find absolutely incredible with the little wildflowers. We've had wild strawberries growing out of here. Have you got some there?
Look,
and just
look,
even
look.
the oxeye daisies. Is there strawberries in there?
Look, you see that's a wild strawberry flower. And you see this? Oh look, see this needs one to look at this. The wild. See that little tiny flower? Little tiny wild strawberries. And if you look at that flower compared to the cultivated ones, the flowers are about 3 or 4 times the size. Well, the strawberries are sort of 10 times the size because they're little tiny bits of flavour. Remember finding this?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a cowtail pump. It's a cowtail
Yeah.
pump. This is an old-fashioned handle pump for getting water up here from the moat.
Where did you find it? Over there?
Yeah.
Here?
It
No,
was
I don't know.
Yeah,
if I
you see,
did.
you probably didn't see that.
Yeah.
But come over here. If you come over this way.
What is all of this? This is
Darling, I don't. That's a little sort of.
I love all the little. I can see the wild strawberries now on there. That's the first time I've noticed them.
We've got these, we've got the nettles and stuff here. Grasping
He's
it.
my hero.
Right, look, the kids are on board. The cowtail pump we found in amongst a whole bunch of weeds. This big tank's been sitting here as well. Yeah? And the idea of watering the garden, and I haven't put an automatic irrigation system yet, but you've looked at it, haven't you?
No. I didn't even know that was there. Oh my goodness me.
You see all the way down? That's the water level in the moat.
I've never seen that.
That's what
Oh,
it's covered.
okay.
You see all the way, you have to come all the way and look down, Olga, look all the way down.
Oh, let me
See the
hold
water?
you, Olga, so you don't fall in.
Look at that. That's the water level in the moat. And these two fittings here are for fitting the great big old pump on to pump the water up to catch it to water all the garden. Hey,
It's just genius. I didn't know. How could I not know? That was under my nose.
yeah, but well, you see, I live and breathe it. But look, these, the wires going up here. I thought they must be for hops, but this isn't a hops area. I do not actually know yet what these are for. Keep meaning to ask Jack, because these are all the way around the wall garden. And you'd think if we're growing hops up, we grow some hops around the back. But these wires are on every single wall we have. And I just don't know what they're for. If you're going to grow something and you want to try something a bit different, go for this. Horseradish. That horseradish. Yeah, the donkey dongs. You get big sort of long, sort of tubey bits. But horseradish, your own horseradish, amazing. Yeah. We've got gooseberries up here. The garden needs a bit more love and a bit more weeding, but it's sort of we're sort of staying on top just about. I come around here, and I gotta tell you, it's not looking too good. Quadrants. This is yours.
This is definitely my quadrant, and I do remember that when we first started dating, you never ever bought me flowers. I know we told this story before, but you always said I've just got far too many flowers. And then
You had flowers all the time.
I
in your
know
life.
I did. I used to go down to Columbia Flower Market and buy the flowers. I always used to go at the end of the market, so I'll get them cheap, so like a bargain. And you just didn't feel the need to, and I totally understood that. And then year 2, or was it year 3? I think it was year 3. You one day was out here and you dogged me these big bears and said I was planting some flowers. And Dick took control of all the hard grass. I put the seeds in.
North
but
south
you-
beds. North south beds. Yeah, and because I'm putting these in. You know, to be fair, you wanted flowers for weddings, you wanted various bits and pieces. And the garden, growing flowers are insects. Let's be completely blunt about it. You know, you can't eat them. That's not true. You can't produce quite a lot of them. But the flowers, they look pretty. They're quite sensible. Some people love them. And at various times of the year, this looks amazing. But I'd much rather have a row of fruit trees than a whole quadrant full of flowers. Yeah. The roses, and by the way, my granny used to grow roses and scabious. I'll show you the scabious over here in a minute. But this sort of bed, I think, is because you just love having flowers around you.
I do, and sometimes if I don't need to, I'll just have them out here, like the tulips that have just gone over. They look so pretty just out.
You didn't bother
And
picking them, it was so nice.
I didn't. We had some in the house, and I gave some to Mum. But every time we come out here, they were there, and they were going to last the longest actually out in the ground. So we decided to keep them.
We're going to go there in a second.
Can I
can
just
see my
ask a
drink.
question? I was going to say the same thing. Would you like a drink? Because I'm feeling like.
I do. I want
Yeah.
them. Come this way. Come through this way. No, you're not allowed to look at this, okay? Because you come through here. More roses going along. Petal's house. Yeah. Drinks. Go, go. We'll make a drink when we're talking about it. All the way through. Some more drinks.
Chateau garden. Right, it's good.
Yeah. What we're doing is we are. We are using the garden more and more whenever we get a chance as a family. Because Arthur and Dorothy will come out and just spend ages playing. They've got their own beds and they grow a lot of stuff on here. I'll take you around these beds one at a time. But we always knew, Jenny and Steve, we dug a big hole out for them to come into the back garden, into the wall garden. Put the basis of a patio down, and it's only this year.
Oh, that's a very strong one, baby.
Yeah, you know the big one.
Hold on. What's this one? We've got Ramsbury Gin,
Yeah, Wiltshire.
Wiltshire.
Yeah, Wiltshire, the home of Chateau. Was it?
Yeah, Chateau.
There you go.
Chateau TV, darling.
Okay, I should know, shouldn't I? Right, there you
Yeah.
go. Pop a flower in.
Hold on, I'm going to pop a flower in, and then that's one for you,
Let's see.
and then one for me. And I think this is the moment when we say hello. Thank you for joining us.
Right, we go for a couple of minutes yet.
Cheers.
It's a date. All right, it's a date. Here
It's
we
a
are.
date with us. It's kind of a date with you as well.
I hope you've got the sense to get a drink in your hand, by the way, because it's quite worthwhile.
Very much, very strong. Oh, that's really strong.
This is lovely. Oh, I'll give over, I'll drink yours. Right, look. I just noticed this. Look. I've got a lot. That was one of my little girls, one of the bees who's working there. Look, that's not bad. May. If they were in a polytunnel, you'd have ripe strawberries by now. But ours, within a fortnight, we'll just be living on all the fruit, soft fruits and things we have here. So this is our most productive bed of strawberries. We've got the ones over there. Arthur and Dorothy just live in amongst that. I'm picking them and giving them to Grandma to cook with. Grandma does an amazing sort of. Is it apple and strawberry cake? What's the one she puts the strawberries in?
I thought she did black currants.
Oh yeah, was it? I thought strawberries. The strawberries anyway. None of them get wasted. They just
Mum always does extra picking when we have like busy hives, and she makes sure that if we don't pick it, she comes out and she uses everything in the garden that we don't have time to.
This is now. I'm going to take my drink. We're going to keep walking. Right. We do actually sit here. It's a bit warm for lunch. The passion fruit was amazing last year, but we had to move it across, and it's just got some green coming back. So we're hoping that comes back and grows over the top of the pergola.
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 Pergola. We do not know actually how to say it.
But we're sort of we're out here quite a lot. Now the beds. Beds have got crop rotation. Can you explain the crop rotation system, please?
No, this is your area, babes. I'm here just to hang out with you and drink and news.
Okay, right. Okay, we have got a system actually, by the way. This is the bed that's planted up. This is down to miscellaneous. Miscellaneous last year was salads and various other bits that were in. Some of them had sort of courgettes. This is miscellaneous. I know it's miscellaneous because there's a little M in the corner here. So as you look at all these beds from this direction, you'll see a letter M. We have moved on. We have followed the sun. And this year, did you know I'd done this by the way with ours? So I want you to do something prettier than this.
I had, and I'm assuming because although you talk about crop rotation, you're not going to change the quadrants because there's too much work with the raised beds, but you're going to change what goes in them.
What goes in the bed changes every year.
Yeah.
It rotates. It's a rotation. Because last year this was miscellaneous, which was the salads, and some of this is. We're still waiting for it to go. It's gone to seed a little bit.
I know.
But you can see all the flowers behind me. The flowers are there, so I can collect the seeds from those when we do seed harvesting. But miscellaneous. This year, if you walk down, back you go, Miles. Look, we're going to be planting legumes. So there's going to be beans and peas. Okay, so that's beans and peas. But remember what I said about the lettuces? All these lettuces are self-seeded. So we've been digging those out and popping them in other places and giving them away. So you know, if you're passing,
Take a lettuce.
yeah, all the lettuces. But you see, each one of these grows into a salad bowl lettuce. And look at the size of this. You just take the leaves and it keeps growing. I'll show you some in the greenhouse.
But that is, I don't know if we can get across the magic of that, because as a non-gardener, picking something that I'd planted and then it growing back within 3 weeks again, it was like magic.
Yeah. So we'll come to, you see that? So this one here, this is also a legume. You see this one's a legume, and that's this year's beans are planted in there to go up on that side. But last year we had the spinach and I had a couple of spare cabbages that I threw in here as well. And we're letting these go to seed, and the seeds are being collected because all of these seeds allow us to replant, and also we're going to be doing quite a lot more sprouting seeds this year because the sprouting seeds were really, really successful.
That isn't ready to pick though yet.
No, it hasn't come to seed
no,
yet.
It's just started to seed.
Yeah.
Right.
Watch.
Because
you can still eat that.
Thank you. I've seen you with your brown bags collecting the seeds for different
We're
things.
going to get round there. By the way, I think we've got more than one shoot for the garden. You see coriander?
Babes.
Yeah.
After the rocket and my gin,
Spinach.
I've just been spoiled with the
nice?
rocket.
You don't like it? Do you like spinach?
No, I love spinach. I absolutely love it.
You can live on it. Popeye drink, eat it. What more to say? Right.
No, I think the rocket's just very, very so strong.
Yeah. And you see, there's something for growing. This is last year's alliums and umbellifers. That's why we've got the fennel in here. Alliums and umbellifers, we've got the fennels, we've got the carrots, leftover carrots from last year. Parsley, an umbellifer. Yeah, this is red celery. I want this to go to seed because if you're not Northern Irish, you don't understand red celery. Yeah, you have all the green celery and the blanched celery and things. And I think
it's very tasteful.
Yeah, but people just don't know what it is, and it's some of those things that you have to eat things.
Yeah.
But see, it's red celery, great soup celery, but it really does taste of celery. Look.
I mean, when you say really does
Miles,
taste, it's really intense celery
tastes of
taste,
celery.
isn't it?
But, verdict, Miles?
Red.
Celery.
It's very nice.
It's very nice.
Strong.
Mum just comes out here and she sort of like picks up
Grazes.
parsley, coriander.
We got the beans. That's the lagoon bed there. See the beans and peas? They're all sort of growing and coming up. When you come around this side, this is the vines and the soft fruit. We've got all the berries in there. The raspberries you see just coming up. They've all been savaged this year. We've got flags of potatoes. No excuse not to grow your own potatoes. These potatoes have been in for what, 5 weeks?
Yeah,
4 weeks?
they are. And this is such a great idea though, isn't it? Where you just sort of take your shopping bag and plant sort of, what's it called? Shitting potato.
Shitting. Yeah, you take your shitty potatoes and you put the.
Could Arthur come out here?
Chitting. You take a potato and you allow it to sprout a little bit before you actually plant it. Or you can have little shitty potatoes and stick them in a bag. That's the other way of doing it.
That's so funny. But when will they be ready to come out?
12th of July.
12th of July.
Yeah, 12th of July. We always say the 12th of July should. So beginning of July we'll be eating our own. And to harvest that we'll just take this and we'll take the bag and we'll empty it out. Pick the potatoes and that's it done. Yeah. And there's about 10 little seed potatoes in each of those. And that's a lot of potatoes for the amount of soil. But there's probably about sort of 4 meals in a bag. So that's plenty. Plus we've got some in the ground as well.
But I'm assuming that if you leave it too late, like could you plant them a month later?
Oh yeah, yeah. Main crops are later. But at the moment, what's the nicest potatoes we can buy here?
It's the Motte potatoes.
Yeah, and they're the early potatoes, like Jersey Royals, but they come from the island of Motte. Yeah. And when they come out, they're about £10 a kilo the day they arrive, and then the price goes down and down and down very quickly. And that's because they're the new season salad potatoes. But for us, it's very definitely, they're all very well and good. You can pay money for them, but when you start eating your own spuds, the kids are completely convinced, by the way.
They are, and Arthur says it's because he's Irish. Dorothy, she's actually a bit more of a carnivore. She doesn't like meat, but the sweetness of the potato, you can't beat it. I've loved our rainbow chard as well.
Do you know what? I'm walking around the garden with my East End girl here, yeah, and she's looking at. Oh yes, we're putting those in. We've chittered our potatoes, my rainbow chards. Look at you. You see what I've done to her? Rainbow chard. All last year's. This is the dead stuff, yeah, but there's still harvest in it. All you have to do is pick the leaves off it and we can use it. And your mum loves just coming out, and we'll have just a meal where the greens are all rainbow chard. They're all different colours, with a bit of garlic, and away we go. Yeah. What did we have yesterday, by the way, with our chicken?
We had potatoes and leeks in the garden.
We had the leeks. Now this is the leeks. This is last year's umbellifers and alliums. Umbellifers are the carrots. We had some parsnips in there, but this is the leeks, and the leeks keep away the carrot fly because of their onionness. We have garlic in here as well, normally, don't we, with these beds? Yes, don't we? But in here, and these are about to shoot, but they're still soft enough to keep eating them. And then what we'll do is Angie will either use the heads for ornaments, or we'll keep the seeds and have leek seeds, which are really lovely to cook with.
They're a very attractive flower, although they do smell after a little bit of time.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're flowers personally. Right, look here. If we come, this is I love all the little bees working. This is our purple sprouting broccoli. We've been eating this for months now, haven't we?
Oh, it's been wonderful. You cook it for seconds and then just put a bit of
sesame seed oil, garlic, and soy sauce. Toss it up. You're done. And the kids, we have plates and plates. we've had so much we couldn't stay on top of it. You can see all the broken stems that have been sort of harvested and eaten. But this is now waiting for the next part of this. When it goes to seed, we'll wait for the seeds to mature and we'll collect all the seeds. Those seeds we'll use for sprouting. And by sprouting them, you put them into water and we'll grow those. We'll probably talk about those at some stage later on. You know, you buy bags of sprouted seeds, and they're quite expensive. So simple and so tasty and so good for you.
So good for you.
Yeah. But here, and we've got all of this, the kales, you know, the kale, there's not kale here, there's kale in that bed, that yellow's kale. All the brassicas have got the nice big yellow flowers. So we've got the kale there, we've got the purple sprouting broccoli. We're going to go over this way to the greenhouse.
And there is still some behind us.
To eat, yeah, we've still got stuff to eat.
These vines were, I love them, they're so gnarly.
We got given these.
We did.
Somebody, Sasha knew.
Sasha's sister-in-law.
Was it sister-in-law?
Yeah.
They were being drubbed up because they didn't want the area had the vines in. And they look like those little dead sticks that are in the middle of this. And we said, we'll have those, planted them. And,
I think they've done well, and I truly love the gnarliness of them all. I think it's quite a gorgeous thing.
It's taken a couple of years to get to the stage because we had them to begin with little sticks and all the rest of it, but now we got these are quite recent sort of. And this year, look, we've got the bark down, and we've got a soft fruit. We've got the grapes in the soft fruited area. And it's finally happened.
We've not lost hope in them. They needed to kind of establish themselves, and I think it was nice because they would have actually just probably.
I know they'd been burnt.
They would have been burnt.
It's lovely old sort of vine wood.
And actually, Dick, you look at the enormity of your garden, and every little thing I look at has gone through 2, 3, 4, 5 stages, if not more, and continuous maintenance. So
it's worthwhile saying that when we first walked into the garden, we walked through that gate, and the stumps you can see over there are the stumps of sycamore trees, which were the height of these oaks. They were weeds. Yeah, there was a great big cherry tree over there. There was a couple of old and gnarly pear trees that were around the place, but it was completely overgrown. Yeah, and you couldn't walk over. There's no paths.
There was no paths, and
and we knew we wanted to bring it back to something like it is now, and that was absolutely phenomenal because we found all the paths, and we've got the square, bit into corners. We've got the paths around the edges, and if we come around this way, you see this path gives you an area of beds to the wall. The walls are growing environment. These old beds were there, put a little bit of patching, not much actually at the back. These are cold frames, and in there, patty pan squash. If you're going to grow courgette, put in a patty pan in there and put a yellow one in as well, make it a bit different. We've got, I planted out some of the tomatoes because we just had more tomatoes than we needed. Yeah.
This is looking stunning. I've
there.
not been in here for like 2 days, but the rain, because we've had so much rain, has really done the garden well.
One of the things I talk to people about as well is, and you know, what do you do with shallot early season?
You take it out and you split it into lots of them.
You put it in and it grows into lots of them. you think of harvesting it. Each one of these, which one am I drinking? There you go, watch.
Okay.
I'm going to pull this one out here. Watch this. This was a little single shallot, like a little onion set you put in the ground, and you put it in there, and each one of these is that. But then, if you leave it for a period, if I leave it, each one of these green shoots will turn into another shallot. So you can harvest a bunch of shallots from this. But if you take it early in the year, and there's something called the hunger gap, which is the sort of the April-May time, and I just trim that off there like that. Just take the root off it, pull some of that green stuff away. Whoops-a-daisy. I like to pull some of the green stuff away, and you watch this, see how it splits down. You get a little bunch of scallions from one shallot that's been put in the ground.
That and potatoes, butter.
I know, you see, I have seduced her to the dark side. You see, that little bunch, that's been growing for about 4 weeks.
That's
and you've got that amount of spring onions, and they are good, by the way. Those are very, very tasty. And look, you just pop them in, and that's what comes up. The chives and the flowers.
I like that Arthur, yesterday or the day before, came and got some flowers from the garden because he loves making little posies. But this posy was like a herb posy, and he got grasses, chive flowers. I don't know what else he picked. Something else of yours, sorry. and he took it to Cafe Grandma, and he gave her this sort of, herby bouquet of flowers.
And your mum used it all.
Mum went, thank you very much, and she cut it all up and put it in the salad. It was very, very sweet. But I mean, in terms of, aren't these gorgeous? Just the heads of these are just every time.
That's what Arthur was putting into our omelettes.
I think they're quite attractive, and I actually quite like to use them in a design.
Right. And these are different. These are like tanweed in the start. You've got bindweed.
Oh, come on. I'm going to go and get the children then so they can talk.
Oh, no,
there is a bed over there. I'm joking. You see that bed on the corner there? That is a mud bed. So mud pie bed. The kids make mud pies in there at the moment.
See? This is our asparagus bed. But if you look, we've had a couple of harvests off it already. You see them popping up here? They sort of come up in numbers, and they grow quite quickly, yes, and you can tell because, see, it's just so tender.
You can eat that, yeah.
I don't mind doing that. You don't even need to cook it.
You don't need to cook it. One thing that fascinates me with the asparagus, because it took a couple of years to get it, first of all, didn't it? What it did.
It's true. Everybody will tell you, it takes a couple of years, at least 2 or 3 years to establish it.
And what fascinated me the most was that we would leave here in the evening and go back to the house, and then in the morning we would come out and there would be an asparagus, and it would be 9 inches high. And it was true, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the mystery of the asparagus.
The mystery is just that
She's not looking quickly. Yo, we're up, we're out.
It really was like that. How does that happen?
You grow asparagus from crowns. You put a crown, it's like a spidery thing you put in there and covered up. We've got a sort of a circle of them here, an oval of them here. But what we did for ours, which is slightly different because we couldn't get any asparagus crowns, I planted seeds. These asparagus come from a seed. We literally planted the seeds, they grew, we put them out here. All right, it's been sort of 4 or 5 years now before they've come up, but this is just, we've had so much. Actually. The rhubarb, best year of rhubarb we've had.
Right.
Right.
So we do need to get the rest of that cut, don't we?
We do, give it to your mum.
Yeah.
Right, the walls. How long have we got to do this? We need another 2 days to go around the garden properly.
I'm going to go and get the kids because they are definitely going to want to
come and join us. This wall, that is south. This is a south-facing wall, and you can come around the place. We've put a couple of vines. It's very hard to get seedless grapes in France, which sounds ridiculous with all the vines we have here. So these are seedless grape vines, and you can see we've trained everything against the wall. Some of the berries, and we've got some blueberries down there, some currants in there. All the currants and things are growing on that side. Jenny and Steve got their own little herb garden. There's more things growing against the wall. All of this is using the system that's been going here for 150 years. This is the warmest wall we've got. So if you look at that tree there by the greenhouse is very definitely well advanced compared to the little trees that are over beside the tower, because they're in the shade most of the day. And this has got the most sun. And you look in here and we'll see there'll be little bits of fruit sort of setting on this underneath here. So it's using what we physically got here. And you know, anybody out there as a gardener, you'll know having a garden where you can play like this, it is absolutely phenomenal. You gotta have a peek in the greenhouse. It's warm. Temperature. Look, a maximum thermometer. The maximum temperature is 48. The minimum has been 4 degrees because we had a lot of frost recently. But it's 28 in here now in the evening. You see that? Miles makes sense. This is the lettuce we're talking about. Look, see this lettuce? This, when you pick the lettuce, and we've picked this, it keeps growing. It's almost like a tree it grows into. You just keep picking the lettuce off it. There's more of that. There's some peas for transplanting. There's some basil. Some more squashes ready to go out. This is a muscat grape. Yeah. Look, we've even got the tomatoes. It's May, but the tomatoes are not looking too terrible considering. Yeah, we'll have a lot of those little self-seeded ones from last year. And we got here, look, there's a cucumber. I'm really quite impressed by this cucumber because last year we had little short fat ones, but I seem to have got a long cucumber plant this year. So with a bit of luck that'll start growing up there and we'll have more and more cucumbers and herbs. The little trays of sand with soil in it. Hello son! Hey, come on. Come around here.
I've got a monster for you.
Was that over in the monster peas?
Yeah!
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, spin it. Yep, half each.
Half?
Yeah. What you got in your hand? What's that cards?
Oh, a couple of football cards.
Pick it up.
I need
5-second rule.
5 second rule.
Okay. Right. Look, how did those tomatoes get there?
It's self-seeded from last year and then went, yeah.
That's exactly what happened. There must have been a tomato fell down there, and it sort of came apart, and we got sort of self-seeded on it. Right. Let's go, mate. We're going to go outside because I don't know about you. Daddy's cooking in here. But look. What's that?
Grapes!
Yeah, they're started. The grapes are started. Those are bright golden muscat grapes. And they're just here already.
I like the purple ones more, agreed?
Yeah, as long as they're seedless. Because otherwise the skin's too thick.
Yeah.
These are good. Right, here we go, reverse out. Oh, hold on. You don't even know what this is. What's that, Arthur Donald?
Plants?
Nasty nasturtiums.
What's nasty stuff?
Nasturtiums. You can turn the seeds into capers and you'll eat the leaves like sorrel.
What's capers?
There we go. You see, still got lots to learn. You may be a little smarty at pants. Arthur, what are you doing giving me munch too when look?
Are you gonna eat them? Is that a pea?
That's a pea. Take it out and share with Dorothy. Okay.
Okay.
We're coming out, Miles. Reversing out.
Reversing.
Reversing out. Well done.
Lovely peas!
Oh, that's your
Scary! Yes,
favourite.
good scary.
Pea.
No, I can't.
Right, walk that way, please. Walk that way, please,
Hold
family.
on, we're just having a pea moment.
A pea moment.
We're having a
Arthur,
pea.
just said Arthur.
Oh, they look
Look,
really
Sheila.
tasty.
Can I have one?
I'm good. I'm gonna want them.
You have, yep, half. I have your one. Okay, I don't really care what half I get.
Is that nice? Turn around a bit. Is that nice?
They
They
taste like
taste.
peppers. They taste amazing.
They're quite.
Yeah, I'm
Are
gonna-
was that a sweet?
Well, that's exactly. You chew the pod. See that flavour in the pod? You don't have to swallow it. You can spit the pod out after you finish chewing it because sometimes it's a bit stringy. Granny, listen to this. Granny made the All Ireland Champion pea pod wine from the pea pods from our peas in Northern Ireland. You can use the pods because after you've had the peas, the pods can be made into wine. Pea pod wine.
I didn't know that story. That's a lovely story. Your granny has.
Women's Institute pea pod wine champion. Thank
Oh,
you.
gosh.
That's my mummy.
Get that.
Right, come on along. Let's have a little
Great.
look. Have a little look up the dinner. Right. This was last year's brassica bed. All of these, see, the Brussels sprouts were there. There was kale. You can see the kale in there. This was, it's a brassica. You know what it was? Golden turnips.
Oh, yeah.
And all of these seeds, in about 2 weeks' time, we'll be keeping those, and we'll be sprouting. Made you jump. It moved.
I was like,
Can you eat these flowers?
Yeah, you could do. They're little mustard.
I just
They're the
had
same
one.
family as all the
Oh,
brassicas.
I've already just ate one.
Tastes like cabbage. Not bad.
Dad, where do I have this?
Throw it to the ground, Johnny. Compost.
Oh!
Look, can you see?
Yeah, that's like every name.
Right. Okay. Quick little point for you. Arthur Dorothy, pay attention. You need to learn this. And you can hear Miles. This is needed. You need to understand this because this is quite important.
Come over here, Mark.
No. It's good. It's good. Here we go. Look, this is trained against here for a reason, isn't it?
I know. Because the one made the chicken places like that many years ago.
Actually, there are some of this. That's exactly. There were some, but look, it gets quite a lot of sun. See the little plums, and if you look at the label on this, it's prunier. What does it say there? Arthur? Prunier, Rene, Claude.
We need to turn yours into prunes. I love
Plums, there will be. Hold on. What's really important? Yeah, hold this, mummy. I got to show Arthur and Dorothy here because when you buy a plant, it's all about the graft point. And look, and you see here, look down here. At this point, they've put on what is the good tree that we want onto a piece of something at the bottom, which is the stock, which is the thing that gives it all the energy. And all these things are growing out from below the graft point. And that means these are all the old tree that was used to give it energy to grow, not the one here with the beautiful tasting plums. And these are golden plums, aren't they? These are golden plums.
Do you mean that we can eat this?
Yeah, but see these bits at the bottom, that's growing out of the bottom, and it's taking all the energy from the soil to make these things which will not make good plums. So everything from here above the graft point is the tree that we want to encourage, because look at those beautiful plums. So by pulling these away, we don't get any of the stock plant, which is the one that was actually planted onto. Okay, so that's quite important for us. And if you look at every one of these trees, there's a little join. Look at the little join. See where the good trees put onto the stock tree, and we always pull the stuff out below it. You didn't know that, did you?
No. I knew about the graph point
Yeah, but hold on.
for some reason.
Well, this is. Read that for me, Dorothy.
Apricot. Apricot.
What's an apricot?
Apricot.
Apricot.
Apricot rose. Attends.
René Rousson.
Rose.
René Rousson. That's a really hard. Daddy's writing's atrocious, darling. I'm sorry, René Rousson.
It's like a dinosaur bicycle. That's
Oh.
a rainbow.
Oh,
Oh, you know what?
wow.
That will come from the seashore. Can you see? That's. I used to be able to tell you what all those little eggs were.
But
Look at the colour.
It's like a little blackbird egg.
It's gorgeous. It's like that.
Yeah, we can look that up.
Yeah.
It's come from up
Look it,
there
yeah.
somewhere. We were going to misplant there. Oh, there's something been living in there.
No, I was just thinking.
I've always.
I think, darling, you know, we're not all the way around the garden. I think we're nearly. How are we doing?
We didn't start till.
Dad, look what Petro's
Are we
doing.
okay?
I think we've
Daddy,
got
dig.
to come back. I think we've got to.
Let's keep walking around. Walking around there, we can do it. Come on, my helpers. What's this in the corner? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What? That's compass. You wasn't interested. We're interested in this. What's this?
I thought you.
What's this?
I
What is it?
know!
Elderflower. What are we going to do with the elderflower?
I'm going to turn it into syrup.
Syrup. And why is Grandma going to do that? Because last year Grandma discovered she was a champion syrup
Oh,
maker.
she was just the best.
Yeah. We didn't know it, but Grandma turned out to be the champion syrup maker, and we still had so much of it, didn't we?
Last year gave people a lot of time, and my mum had never made or had the time to make elderflower, and she loved doing it and found that she was incredible at it. So we made her, we put her in charge of it essentially, didn't we?
Yeah. Right. This is that's where we had this is the remains of a cherry tree that we inherited in the garden. It was massive, and we couldn't actually get any of the cherries from it because it was literally 60 feet tall. So we just let that one go. Other side of the wall, all those bamboos. We have a bamboo forest in there.
These will make good arrows.
There you go. That's
And
why we've got
also
so many
good
bamboos.
soups.
And good what?
Good
Soup.
soup.
Bamboo shoots.
Yeah.
Not quite the same thing, but it's easy happening. This wall is the wall that has the most shade. It only gets a bit of sun in the evening.
And
doesn't
we
it?
put hydrangeas in here this year. I think one of the most gorgeous and French things that I ever really sort of thought of were these big, massive hydrangea plants, and we've really struggled finding where in the walled garden the hydrangea plants have succeeded. So these are new. We're going to try because there's so much shade, and
More
we've heard
shade, yeah.
that they like them here, and we're quite excited because this is such a charming project.
But it's
that,
also something this year.
Huh? Do you think we're going to do it this year?
I hope so.
It's either this year or next year.
Who's going to start?
Yeah.
We're going to start.
But we're going to make this into something lovely.
This is good. Look, people never really seen inside here. Come on, Miles. It's a little peek. Because as a sort of a pulley, this is just lovely. And if you look in there, it looks like there was a hatchway. See, it looks like a doorway up. See the doorway there?
I've always thought that actually.
You've always thought that, have you, darling? Yeah. There's a hatchway that looks like it goes up there. So
Wait,
that
yeah,
could be
there's
anything.
a bit on top. There's shelter on top. Just a couple of holes.
Oh, you see, they haven't even looked at this. Now all of a sudden the old brain cells are going, aren't
There
they?
must be things living in there.
There might be something living in there.
I'm interested in a tire.
Put it back, put it back. There's adventures to be had here, you see. That's the bottom line. Let's go all the way around to the potting sheds.
Darling, I know we're walking on your lovely path, but this is the first year that we've had all the paths complete. In fact, it's only been really in the last sort of few months, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you've done a little bit every year.
It's moved on quite a lot. The garden is only half tamed, which is phenomenal. But the garden days that we had people coming here, people just loved it, and it was just something that I used to look forward to the garden days more than anything else in the chateau, because
They were very, very special because there's a lot of stately homes in the UK. People go for, to donate their services, and we had so many kind people saying, "Can we come and help you in your garden?" but we didn't really have the time to invest, so we set these specific days. But when they come here, they do a couple of hours and a couple of hours, and the rest of
They
the time
work. I'm going to tell you,
they
if somebody comes
do.
along,
Yep.
we start the day, and one of the questions we ask all the time is, okay, who's the drag along? Whose husband has been forced to come along to the chateau and escape to the chateau, yeah? And you got them, and by the end of the day, we've got people trying to come back again because actually it's
Yeah.
really quite special. And
It is, and they get a very, very special meal and a tour. And this isn't a promotion because
no, they
they
were all
are booked
subscribed,
out
but
for a
it
long
is
time.
lovely.
But they're one of your favourite days.
Yeah, they are
aren't
one of my favourite
and
days.
I love them, and everyone that's been here has been just absolutely gorgeous
And what's more,
and kind-hearted.
and you can tell the people who have been here because when they watch the television programs and they see the drone shots, and Miles, who's behind the camera, does the drone shots, and you see people come, think, you know what they're looking at? I did that bed over there. Oh, look at that tree, or we this, and people take ownership of part of the journey.
Completely. But the garden, we say this often, but it's not like you do a renovation. It needs continuous maintenance, and we've had years when you've gone away and there hasn't really been anyone maintaining the garden, and you come and it is a jungle when you get back here, and it needs completely taming again. It's as far as it's ever been, and I actually think that, honey, it's looking
Let's walk
incredible.
around. Let's walk around to the potting shed. The potting shed is the end of our journey.
Look at the kids just playing.
No, never mind that. Right, we're going to come right here. This hasn't been tamed yet. This hasn't been tamed yet. It's not too terrible. We have got a roof. Hello. You know what I mean?
I know.
We got a roof, and this is all sort of coming to another level. Yeah. Not to have things on. We'll put things against the wall here because this is a very important wall. This is east facing, first sun of the morning. That's why the bees are down there, because when the sun comes up over there, it shines on the bees and wakes them up, gives them some heat. Yeah. This, we've savaged all of the elders, all the elderflower, but you know, this year we'll have a lot of, again, it's plenty, we've got more than that, and if we needed to, we just go to the other side of the fence to get some more. One of the things that's really quite nice is when we're here as a family, Arthur and Dorothy are just tootling around over there, and we turn around, they've usually got a spade or something digging a big hole, yeah, and that's the sort of freedom we like, and they just know they can. They've got their own beds, they've got other things. That to me is lovely. Look, can you see this, by the way? Look around there behind that one.
Oh.
Look.
Oh, cool.
That's a nice little cucumber, considering it's an outside cucumber. Look, see.
Did that just happen?
It's been here for about a couple of weeks happening. But you see, that's why I've had those on it to try and keep the frost off it.
Right, I see.
So it's been protected from the frost. The potting shed, our own little mini greenhouse, courtesy of Jamie and Joe. That's another story you have to wait for. But you know, we have lots of things going on. And you come around, the bees are still sort of working, protecting the water. Look at this. Arthur and Dorothy don't look. He's got planks. What are you doing walking around with planks? You see this? This is home for my nasturtiums. And we're going to have got the gates on. This is Angela's bed. We have to go here to finish, yeah?
I just cannot believe. So this year, that
Petal.
noise is Petal, by the way.
Digging a hole. Not your tummy. You see? Well, that's a nice place to stop, but actually...
Miles, turn around and look at my gorgeous eucalyptus plants that I paid €6 for and have absolutely nurtured.
We did pollard them a bit this year.
I have nurtured those, and I loved coming here, and I didn't use them for weddings last year, but they are the most sort of popular foliage for all of the wedding bouquets. I love using them. And I used to walk down my eucalyptus avenue, and Dick said this year we have to pollard them all. So he started, as you can see, if you look back, he started pollarding them all. And when I say pollarding, cutting them off at the root, my gorgeous eucalyptus trees. And by the time we got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I was kind of having a bit of a panic attack. And when I started actually...
It's a bit like pollarding the trees.
When
Anybody
I
saw that
started-
particular part of my life?
When I started actually crying, you did
I
stop.
stopped because the thing was, hold on, to be fair, they were 12 feet tall and you could never harvest
You're
them.
just a tinker, but it's all fine. It is.
We want to leave on a positive note. Angela's eucalyptus.
Come here.
Dorothy, have you seen that Mummy's eucalyptus?
Come here, Arthur, come here, baby.
What's the
Look!
new-
Look!
Come
Look!
in.
Look! Oh, in fact, there's nothing growing on that one.
We're going to say.
Look! See, watch! See! Look! See all the sprouts coming out. See all the
Say
sprouts.
goodbye in a minute.
It's going to all be perfect.
Beautiful.
Arthur, are the eucalyptus safe?
Yep.
Did Mummy have anything to worry about?
We normally do this when you are in bed.
Or with
but
Grandma?
So today you can say goodbye. Thank you for joining us at salon. Do you think you can say that?
Yes.
Goodbye, thank you for joining us at your salon.
Why do we say salon when we're in the garden?
That's a very
Dorothy has
good
got the question. Yeah.
Right, thank you very, very much.
This is
Have a
actually my
lovely,
turn.
lovely evening. Arthur?
I hope you have as lovely an evening as we're having. And I think I'm ready for my second gin, which is not a terrible thing. Arthur, do you know how to make me a gin, mate? I need another flower.
Could you pick some porridge, please? Yep. Off you go.
Well done.